don't practice what you preach. And there is one easy way for this. Don't preach. Don't make a promise at the very first time. If you don't speak up about what you will do to solve certain problem, then no one will blame you. When I entered the SNU, when I found that the second campus business was more focused on the profit than education, I promised to myself that I would express my opposition. And my choice was the occupation of the administration building. In March 11th, there was a fight between the students occupying the building and the college officers. Drunk officers dragged the students out of the building and shot the water to the students. Someone cried out, "Turn off the switch, we might get electronic shocked." When I looked down, there was water up to my feet, and that was the very first time I realized that I can actually get hurt. And I still remember my fear. In May 1st, as you know, there was a rally held by the student council. Students reoccupied the building, and since then, I have slept in that building almost every day. Every night, I have to fight with my own fear. I cannot sleep very deeply because I wake up even to a very small sound thinking, oh my God, are officers coming again? And every morning, I have to fight with the ridicule and the scoff. When I get out of the building, the officers in front of the building laugh at me, say bad things to me, sometimes follow me to the dormitory, and sometimes take a picture of me. Determination and action require more thing than I expected. The weight of my word, the weight of my promise that I express my opposition is much heavier than I thought. In SNU, there's still much more issue we have to look. For example, the strike of the assistant teacher, the lack of the infrastructure for the disabled students, the lack of understanding to the queer, the lack of understanding to the feminists, and on and on. When you see those problems, don't just speak anything. Just stay calm and just stay silent. Then you can avoid all the difficulty that I am experiencing now. If you just avoid the weight of your word, then everything will be so peaceful. If you avoid the weight of your word, then others have to carry that weight. If you just avoid the weight of your word, then others have to do things that you avoided. If you just avoid the weight of your word, then this college and the society would forget that students and citizens still have their voice. I want to just simply wrap up with sharing the experience I have. I want to share the interview experience I have to enter this university. Professor asked me, "Why do you want to major in sociology?" And I answered, "Oh, I just practice what I study, the justice, the human rights, and on and on." And professor asked me again, "Why is your action necessary? There are so many people in the world, and there are so many people who can do better job. Why is your action necessary?" And I answered with the poem I read in the book before. It was the poem written during the regimental Nazis. They came for the communists, and I didn't speak up because I was not a communist. They came for the Jews, and I didn't speak up because I was not a Jew. They came for a trade unionist, and I didn't speak up because I was not a trade unionist. They came for the Catholic, and I didn't speak up because I was not a Catholic. Then they came for me, and by that time there was no one left to speak up for me. I am here to speak one thing. Practice what you preach. And there is one easy way for this. Make a promise. Don't avoid your weight of word. Make a promise about what you will do for the society you're living in.